Nú erum við komin hérna á Norðurlandið, á Hleskóga, sem er 30 mínútur frá Akureyri. Og ég fann fólk frá Svíþjóð sem er með ákveðna fíkn. Þetta er fíkn í Ísland. Og ég ætla aðeins að heyra af hverju. I call it obsession with Iceland. Tell me a little bit about you.
My name is Heleen and I'm from the Netherlands, living in Sweden. And we used to come to Iceland
since 2007.
Yeah,
was your
maybe
first year,
every
or
year.
2006 actually.
Yes. And we have 2 horses at home, 2 Icelandic horses, and we have a horse here on Hleskógar also.
And you have a regular job in Sweden.
Yes.
You're a doctor and
A physical therapist.
Yeah. And you've been here 3 times this year already?
Yes.
Why?
The first 2 times was for work. We sort of start to cooperate with the hospitals in Reykjavik. But apart from that, most of the times we come here is of course for the horses.
Okay.
And the fantastic people and the fantastic country.
Okay.
And the horses.
Yeah. And what is it about Iceland and about Icelandic horse that you are so fond of?
It is the magnificent nature, and it is very nice to experience Iceland on horseback, while horseback riding, I think. And we had seen different parts of Iceland, and we like this part very much.
Yes.
And the people,
Yeah.
friendly, and the hospitality on the Icelandic farms is very good.
And you have been a kind of an ambassador for this farm, and you've been, in fact, your friends and a lot of people to come here. And how is that working? Does people feel the same?
Oh yes, I think everyone now going back home just a few days ago just start to plan for how they should come back here, because I think they all liked it very much. And it's I think it's a great combination, because I'm not a horse rider actually from the beginning. I started just 8 years ago, something like that, and it's a kind of fantastic combination of not just being busy with horse riding, but also having the horses and the old routes that the Vikings took, and the feeling of sort of horse riding in history, and seeing all this landscape and seeing the history coming alive to you, because you have the same feeling like it was in those days as well. And then you come into the horse culture with the competition grounds and sort of river crossings, and here in the north you even have the forest, so you feel a little like home.
Yeah.
So it's kind of amazing place, this.
Yeah. But what about the weather?
The weather is always nice.
Yeah.
That's the strange thing. When we come here, I was actually preparing a presentation at home, and then I was just showing a lot of sunny days.
Yeah.
And the problem was I had to really look forward, or not looking forward to, but I had to look through all my photos to get a rainy day.
Yeah.
I could find one eventually, but I had to look for it. But we have been extremely lucky. I hope there will come no payback time when we have to pay with rainy days every day, because we had extremely good weather so far.
So you should come more often if this is going to stick.
Yeah.
And tell me just shortly about this trip that you took now. You were 12 people from Sweden.
Yes,
right?
it was
Last
from
week we had a trip with 12 persons, Thomas and I, and we have 10 persons with us from the stable, where we have for our Icelandic horses. But the difference is that all the people had big horses, Connemara pony and Arab and Perrier horses, and they wanted to try to experience Icelandic horse riding. So it was also a course with Sandra, where we get the specialty with the tilt, and it was new for all the people, and the nature in Iceland was new for nearly all the people.
Yeah. And what does people think that come from other kind of riding, from what we call big horses? What is the most common word you hear when they describe the Icelandic horse?
Wow.
When they come here, they say wow.
Yeah.
When they are at home, they say it's just small ponies where people just walk around in the forest.
Okay. And do you think some of these horses, some of these people will eventually buy an Icelandic horse, or? Yeah.
That's pretty likely.
Yeah, we hope so.
They were very enthusiastic about the character of the Icelandic horses and the power, because it is a little horse but with much strength, and that was what they experienced here last week.
But then, of course, the situation where we were is not sort of the regular situation, because these horses are real riding horses, because many of those horses where they were actually trained horses, and they sort of you could actually work with things like dressage, things that they worked at home with. So I think that many people were a little impressed by the fact that they weren't just running in the field, but they were also possible to ride on, and these are very good horses where we are now. It's not only tourist horses that just make a tour around the field and so with tourists, but they are very rideable, so I think that they were impressed by that as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just any place where you can come and just horse ride with that kind of quality in horses.
Yeah. So you're not from Iceland, and I would like to know your opinion about how we can expand the Icelandic horse market, how we can get new people. What is your opinion? Is this the way?
We actually like this country so much, and we want to give this feeling that we have been given by you Icelanders so much. So we have wanted to expand that to other people. So we've been talking about this in our stable as well. So there was such an interest in our stable to come here and to see what we had experienced and had been talking about. So we just collected a group of people. We were 10 in addition to us from our stable that were here for 4 days, and then we had used the travel days to see things as well. And the days when people were here, we had some, because everyone could ride a horse, but they didn't know about the gates, so we had some training even on an oval track, trying to work with trained horses. To learn the different gates, and then we did a tour up in Fnjóskadalir, back and forth, and actually even could cross the river. And I think that everyone was very enthusiastic over everything, because they could see that the horses were very rideable, and also they got a fantastic impression of how the horse behave in these fantastic surroundings with this landscape.
So maybe from this stable you're talking about, they do not have Icelandic horses. They have all kinds of horses.
Our horses.
Our horses are Icelandic.
So maybe in 10 years, this group of 12 people will maybe
regular visitors.
At
least some of them, I think.
And maybe they will get 12 others, each one to get. So
we would like that. They were also impressed of the Icelandic horses' character, that you can handle them in a big group, and in freedom, and the strength and the power in the Icelandic horse. They were very impressed about it.
Well, thank you very much for talking to us, and thank you for being a kind of ambassador for the Icelandic horse. We are really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And Iceland. And as a whole.
So thank you very much for the chat, and please come again as many times as you possibly can.
We will.
Thank you.
We will do this.